Hello!
Hello!
And welcome to
TeleVisionaries.
I'm Joan Birthword.
I'm Daniel Jane's son.
Daniel Jane's son. Daniel, I'm so proud. Hi. Your inner critic, he's grumpy about that, but I think
That's his cross to bear.
That's his cross to bear. You have stepped into new territory,
yes,
owning, reclaiming, redeeming.
Let's be careful with
your testicular, heritage. That's great. That's a lot of what happens today in Hart to Hart, one of my favorite old shows. Robert Wagner and the beautiful, stunning.
No, can I say it?
Yeah.
Stephanie Powers.
Oh, yes. Even the inner critic. What can you say about Stephanie Powers?
69 years young today.
Not much. So let's take a look at this marvelous first clip.
Stephanie Powers.
From
Robert Wagner.
Hart to Hart. It's up there.
Oh.
I spiked his Harvey Wallbanger.
Wow, what a great expose on that inner theater critic,
Inner theater critic.
Inner theater critic. Critic, the one who's always criticizing our performance. Oh, he didn't do good, everyone didn't please her enough. Oh, you didn't please her enough. Maybe that is the inner theater critic. I don't know. Maybe it is.
Something inner.
And something critical or clinical. Critically critical.
I think we could all use a drink.
What happened? A sandbag.
Well, that wasn't in the plot. But thanks to you, I think we'll all be here opening night.
Boy, I'm glad nobody got hurt.
Oh, this is terrible. Just terrible. I think we could all use a drink.
Now I've got the scripts, the notes, everything.
All these arty types, wine, women, and whoopee, and anything they could sniff, smoke, or swallow. Did you ever read about the snow-capped hills of Hollywood?
We all self-medicate. We do. I mean,
we all self-meditate. What?
Self-medicate. Self-medicate. We all self-medicate, Daniel. But I just think that it's really important to do a little... if we're going to try and take care of ourselves in that way, that we look toward natural, organic sources, preferable to, I'm not being judgmental. I'm not being judgmental. I'm trying to be helpful.
No, I don't take it that way. I just...
just trying to be helpful. For instance, if I'm feeling, like I have a little inner disturbance, hard for me to, get over deal with, I could just get my chew toy out.
We never talked about murder.
No, but we have been thinking about it.
Poisoned Frank as my poor wife cried. Now Jennifer Hart is the next to die.
I didn't realize you could be shot for a bad performance.
Okay.
Right, so that's what we're dealing with today is the inner critic always hammering us about what we're not, what we're not enough of.
I know you've been having an affair with Frank. I've had you followed for the last 2 months.
It's all got to do with Frank's play.
Coffee, Mr. Rich?
Yeah, thanks, Max.
I think that being a millionaire is great, but I think a lot of our fussiness about money is really about not being good enough. And the inner critic is saying, if you only made more money, you would be more acceptable. You would be more lovable. Right? Is that what your inner critic whispers in your ear? Does money or the lack of it kind of, does your inner critic kind of use that to whip you and say, you're not enough. You're not enough. You're inferior.
Was I?
You're inferior.
Was I ever enough? Was I ever enough?
He certainly knows how to live, too.
What do you mean?
But don't you think he lives awfully well for a person in his position?
Yes.
That's because he lives off his wife's money.
You know, so many people today are troubled by money, you know, as if money is in itself a problem. It's really not the money itself, because all money is just an energy exchange between people. I mean, indigenous peoples didn't really have even the notion of money or owning or property. This is mine, this is yours. It was all very fluid and
they were okay with it.
They were okay with it. They were okay with
excellent.
That energy exchange. You make the basket, and I'm going to go hunt the food that goes in the basket. You're going to paint the signs on my body, and I am going to weave your braids for the ceremony. You know, back and forth. But it seems to be very troubling to you, Daniel. What do you feel is your relationship to money? Yeah.
Well, I know that I like it.
Money does seem to be a bit of an issue with you, between us. It does seem to come up in our sessions. So I wonder what is money? What is it all about for you?
Listen to this. I think this will change your mind dramatically. But an idealist still. A year previously, he had obtained a doctor's degree in the University of Jena. Okay. Case closed. You understand where I'm coming from now.
Wow, I really took that in, but I'm not sure what that has to do with you not paying my bill. There is actually a situation with the bill.
What kind?
That's an issue for you, isn't it? Not paying my bill?
It sounds like an issue for you. Exactly.
You're not paying the bill, so I think it's an issue for you. I think money is an issue for you because you're not paying the bill.
But see, money is not an issue for me because look, this is another text. I'm okay with not paying your bill. I think maybe you're not okay with it. I'm just saying I'm okay with it. Yeah.
You're okay with not paying my bill.
That's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're totally fine. There's no issue.
And you know what?
Well, you're okay
too.
I think
you could be okay
too.
What?
Talk to kind of personify your inner critic, because that's what's coming up here, is that your inner critic is probably hammering you about you owe her more than you can possibly pay her for all that she has done for you. Here,
it's like we are free of the capitalist agenda of keeping you chained to your bills by Louis C.K. here.
I really think the inner critic is saying something a little different. He's saying, the guilt enters in here. Guilt for someone who's been there for you, who has nurtured and nourished you, who has taken your calls in the middle of the fucking night, who has been there with you weeping and moaning. Did Karl Marx even have an inner critic?
Do I have to say?
The community players are about to schedule their new season.
Oh, no.
Mm-mm. No?
Not me.
Oh.
The closest I'm going to get to a theater is a seat in fifth row center.
Oh, you're no fun at all.
So what am I supposed to do with this? Burn it?
Will you take it easy? You're going to melt my ice cubes.
Pay your bill. Pay your bill. Pay your bill. Pay your bill. Pay your bill.